My name is Ryan Davis. I am currently in my 4th year at CU studying aerospace engineering. I started sailing when I was growing up. I've been doing it my whole life. My family sails, my parents actually met sailing, and so when I was growing up we would travel all around Texas to different regattas. Starting my own club was a pretty difficult process, and there have been a lot of people along the way that have helped out for sure. I wouldn't call this my club really. It's definitely a product of everyone who's helped us. It's a really hard process to kind of get the financial backing, to get the support of your members, to keep people interested, and so we're still really working hard to keep this afloat. I would say my most memorable sailing experience was on Lake Dillon, either late September or early in October. We were out there for the Saturday races, the Frostbite series, and they called it off because it was too windy, and we decided that we had driven all this way up to Dillon, and so we were going to race. And so we got another boat who was down to go out, and we went out, and it was probably blowing 35 plus and gusting even higher. And we ended up racing them, and it started snowing and sleeting, and it was freezing cold, but just a blast. One of the things I'm going to remember forever. Competing in regattas is kind of a different side to sailing. You can go out and you can sail for leisure and you can kind of do it for fun, but then we go to compete in these regattas. You travel to another team, you're using their boat, so it's all the same, and it's really just about your skill level, and it's all about your tactics and your strategies and how you handle the course and how you handle all the other boats, and so it's just a blast and a completely different experience. So currently our fleet is 6 420s, which are named that because they're 4.2 meters. And that's a 2-person dinghy. And so what that means is it's kind of a smaller boat with 2 sails, a mainsail and a jib. They're upside down on our racks, ratcheted down, and hopefully still there. It gets really windy out in the plains, as you go a little further east, Gun Barrel, Longmont, it gets really, really windy over the winter. So we really got to make sure they're strapped. And then we have one Hobie 16, which is a catamaran, which is a little bit bigger of a boat, which is also 2 people, and it's a lot faster and, in my opinion, more fun, but that's just because I grew up doing that. The scenery, though, I would say is one of the most incredible things. Being able to sail and have the mountains right there in the background is unreal. We probably have about 30 members that are active, kind of in and out, but I would say between 10 and 15 that regularly show up. So to join the team, you don't need to have any sailing experience whatsoever. You don't need to have really any experience. All you have to do is show up to meetings and be there regularly.
My name is Andrew Smith. I go by Andy. I joined the sailing team 2 years ago. I was a transfer student, so I went to the involvement fair at the beginning and looked around all the clubs and all the teams and everything, and CU Sailing really caught my eye. Got a flashy sticker and had a pretty good conversation. I've been a member ever since.
We are currently the only college sailing team in Colorado. And so the closest away regatta that we have is 8 hours away in Kansas. So, it's a really long haul. I would like it to be able to host a regatta or 2 every year, as well as, be competitive inside of our little region, which is the Southeastern Intercollegiate Sailing Association. So I would say overall, our goals for the future are to be competitive, all across the nation, as well as be able to host other teams here so that other people can experience the sailing in Colorado.